Hello, everybody, and welcome to Graded Point Live. We are going to be spoopy this for a month. It's gonna be great.
The whole frickin' month.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still fucking releasing OG-chan. Y'all should check out OG-chan.
Great. Yes, go to ogchan.com.
You know, it would be awesome if this fucking thing would work.
Yeah.
God damn it.
You know what? It'd be even better if I wasn't playing the stream in the background while we were. Oh.
That goes a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, and it keeps. No. Okay. No. Fuck off. Stop.
This went from spooky to sad, like very quickly.
So speaking of things relating to Piper, real quick.
Yeah.
And since we have a small audience, hey Piper, did you fucking report me on Twitter?
What?
What?
Because I can't tweet until I delete the tweet where I called you a woman. And I'm trying to get to the bottom of who fucking reported me.
Can I get a screenshot of that? I need a screenshot.
Please.
Uh,
I did not report you. What the fuck?
yeah, it was just like I had to delete the tweet, and I already did.
Oh.
But it was like, yeah, you have to delete the tweet to be able to like do anything.
Yeah.
Speaking of scary.
I can't call you a womanlet, and I figured like, because I don't know who would. I was making a joke at your expense
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
in a thing where people were already mad at you. Who the fuck reported me?
That is a good question. That's
I'm
legitimate.
literally playing both sides, and somehow somebody found me out. They found out I was a triple, double. It doesn't fucking matter.
You got called. So you called her a womanlet, is what I'm understanding.
It was like WO and like fucking brackets, and then manlet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
She
remember that.
mentioned her height.
Yeah.
So you were busting her chops a little bit, making a joke, which is not that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not even that bad.
Yeah.
Fucking the fucking bagel dude is a flaming goddamn racist and will probably murder somebody in a theater, but I can't call somebody womanlit.
What the
There's no justice.
hell?
And the bagel dude.
The fucking bagel boss guy, the little fucking short fuck who screamed at the employees of a bagel store because women won't date.
Oh, that
Who was
guy.
on a fucking dating app and he lies about his height and they're like, "Oh, you're not 6 feet, you're closer to 4."
Oh yeah. I remember that now. That's. Gosh, Piper, why you so sensitive about your height?
No, I just thought I'd make sure that Piper wasn't the one, so I can. I'm going to do internet detective work now, which hopefully includes internet waterboarding.
This sounds good.
I'm gonna trap people in a stream like war campaign.
It's time
And then
to
blame you for it.
You're gonna put him in the what do they call it? What was it? The tribunal? You're gonna give him a tribunal?
Sure.
You're gonna give him an inquisition?
Although, you know what else, though, is that I've had things pop up that have told me that I have reported myself. And one time something popped up and said that I reported a friend of mine, and I was like, no, sure didn't. So Twitter is just retarded. I think people find stuff that can be offensive.
Yeah.
And then if Twitter, if the support people want it to be something that gets removed, they just throw anybody's name in
God,
there.
if they're mad at me for making fun of a woman's like physical appearance, they're gonna hate me in real life.
Well, you did take that $20.
I think it's.
So
Yeah,
you know, even though he gave it to
he
you
handed
freely.
it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was legally in the right to just.
Yeah. I have discussed that with other people, and they said, yeah, you were fine because he did just give it to you. It's not his fault that he stereotyped you as like a little Mexican boy that would work at the gas station, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was gonna say it is 100% on the dude that handed the money.
yeah. It's like, can you imagine? It's like just randomly handing somebody money. It's like fill her up. I'm like, well, okay.
I was just in a fucking hoodie, like not even in a uniform or anything.
Yeah, you were just chilling. Yeah, you were fine. Yeah, like so I was just here to
You
get
got
gas.
your hoodie tax.
Hoodie tax. You sure it wasn't George Zimmerman that gave you the money?
I'm not dead.
Oh well, so you didn't get flim flam by the Zim Zam.
I didn't force him to stand his ground.
Well, look who's here!
I was about to
Holy
say,
shit!
holy shit.
And now I can't. You came to say the N word?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came to say it.
Oh, okay.
And all right, at 10:30, I'm gonna say it.
In 10 minutes, it's gonna be a countdown.
Uh huh.
So speaking of the N word,
He's gonna say it in 10 minutes.
I still think it's funny that manlit isn't apparently like a bad word,
yeah,
but womanlit
is apparently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear that story,
What the
Kev?
No, what's a woman lit?
Well,
Woman
apparently
is
it's
just a manlet with a vagina.
just a tiny woman. Yeah.
Oh, they were like talking like tranny stuff or something.
No,
I was like, wait a minute.
Of course you did.
You just said a woman or a manlet with a vagina.
that's
like,
more
wait,
of a
what?
womanite, like womanish, womanite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the point is, like, Piper was the woman lit in this situation. She was the short person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're like what? I can judge pretty good from pictures and stuff. You're like 5'3", right?
5 what?
3, 4, something like that.
Yep. I think I'm 5'3". I think.
I got a good eye for this.
While you were looking at everything else, you
Yeah. While I was seeing Bob's and Vagina, I also realized, oh, she's 5'3".
and guys, he will draw pictures of Piper for you. All you gotta do is pay him $50.
Maybe.
Beast.
Well, with Piper's permission, of course. Not.
And maybe draw something next to me for size scale.
Yeah, I'll draw like the I don't know, Cheez-It, and you'll be almost as tall as a Cheez-It. It'll be like some weird fetish, Honey, I Shrunk the Kid shit.
Yeah.
That is a fetish, I'm pretty sure.
Honey, I Shrunk the Thought.
Oh my god! Speaking of fetish art, I know I'm getting off topic a little bit here. The guy who keeps commissioning white women buying all the bread in a store. Oh god, I forget what happened to him.
There's a what?
Yeah,
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's this guy on the internet that commissions artists to draw rich white women buying all the bread in a supermarket.
You just
Why?
Because he's a fucking psychopath and a communist at the same time.
Like
my God.
I mean, I get people like, hey, can you draw this big dick on this face with the barbs? And there's also a fucking cat girl somewhere in the background. And, like, that makes sense to me because that's like, okay, yeah, here, $75, please. But bread?
Well, this is political fetishization.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, you're saying it's one of those dumbass like commie things. Like, I'm making
Yes.
a point here. Also, I'm jerking off in a weird way.
Yes.
Jeez.
Like,
Oh, okay.
But he keeps
But-
doing it to like several artists. That
I wish I
Yeah.
could like. I wish I
Pictures
could
of
do
this.
like a mind control or like like a telepathy, like Deanna Troy, like put pictures in your mind kind of thing. Because right now, I'd put the Yang, him when he's getting interviewed at the radio station, just looking over in the whole cringe picture.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have in my head every time I hear like, oh, it's like I'm making a point. I'm a communist.
well, the thing is, like, he pays people like several $100s to do these.
Mm-hmm.
So as Cab was saying, if he wants to hit him up.
Yeah, if a dumb commie wants me to draw some thought in buying bread at fucking Publix for $100 or $200, yeah, knock yourself out. I'll do it.
Oh no, he does
Give me
it
like
for
2 weeks.
500, 600, man.
Jeez, yeah.
Okay, well,
What the fuck?
give me like 2 weeks and I'll get you a picture worth like 500.
Yeah, but oh god, I can't remember what happened to him, but he got outed as some sort of like sex weirdo.
Big
what a-
fucking
what a-
surprise.
Man.
Surprise, yeah.
You mean to tell me?
let me put on my shock face for a second.
Yeah. Wonder if it looks anything like Zach's face in this in the overlay right now.
All right, so what's
Wow.
the deal with the show tonight? I hopped in because I wanted to say it.
Oh well, we're actually going to talk about
6 minutes until he says it.
Yeah, he's got
6 minutes.
6 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, we got. We're actually going to talk about the Joker tonight because, well, let's give a little background. I'm sure everybody kind of knows, but so what we've been hearing for what since like the Joker premiered at some film festival that this was going to cause incel violence.
Oh no, it's before that. I remember the damn trailer came out.
Yeah.
What, like in May or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. They've been saying it since then.
Mhm.
Yeah, the entire time it's this is the incel movie. This is going to cause white male violence and.
Oh, by the way, if anybody's wondering, the image that's on the screen right now, this is the scariest thing that Rapture could come up with.
Yeah.
And I think it's horrifying, to be honest. That's why I'm.
TBH.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I have it paused.
It should be. Yeah.
There we go. I
That's,
thought I had it muted. I had it paused. There we go. That is definitely creepy.
That's disgusting, right? That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life.
I think we're gonna get banned for gore.
Probably. Or, cruelty to animals. Or
I'm reporting ourselves right this second.
I'm reporting me. I'm just like, take my channel away, please.
Man, I don't report shit, and I still got fucking caught.
But yeah. So anyway,
Let's
so going through all that, it's like that whole situation. Everybody was saying, "Oh, there's going to be violence. There's going to be." They were basically the media was hoping for a shooting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
the ones that started the narrative in the first place.
I've explained it on Twitter, like in a couple posts, but the basic of what happened with the Joker, it was a stealth marketing campaign that got out of control, and shit posters took it over, and like basically tricked the blue check marks and the journalists and all them to believe that yes, some white dude's gonna arrive in a Joker mask and start shooting at the place because he can't get laid or something.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone on Twitter is just like, yeah, let's roll with it.
and let's take it back a bit. With the whole thing. With the
It
whole
worked
Batman.
though, marketing wise.
Well, remember the thing with
absolutely.
Batman too when it happened, a few years ago. Was that when was it Dark Knight?
The
Dark
Aurora
Knight
shooting.
Rises.
Yeah, the Aurora shooting.
Yeah.
And they were trying to liken it to that. They're trying to bring that back around.
Yeah, because the
Wait.
dude, like, he was supposedly dressed up as a Joker, and
Which he wasn't. That's a.
He was
wasn't.
just
Yeah.
he was just dressed up like a fucking weirdo. Like,
yeah, he was just a fucking weirdo. It wasn't a Joker or anything. Like that.
yeah.
Which, if the Joker had already come out, and like, granted, nothing will probably change with mental health care, but the movie kind of stresses like, hey, mental health is a serious thing.
Mhm.
Here's why. Yeah. Here's why the Joker is an infinitely superior character. Than people love Harley Quinn for some reason, and it's all because they watched the damn cartoon.
Mhm.
I
And,
like animated Harley, but
I didn't grow up because I was kind of older, so I didn't really watch it. So I don't have any connection, like, nostalgia with
older
Harley
than-
Quinn.
I'm older than you when I watched it. What the?
But you're a fucking nerd. Let's be real here.
Oh yeah, and like you're not.
No, I'm,
Yeah,
Oh,
look at me,
okay.
I'm
Hold on.
Chad
Let's see.
getting
Hey,
grilled.
I used to be Chad. I'll have you know.
Let's see how many hours Cab has played on Europa Universalis.
That doesn't count.
No,
It's
that's a
simulation.
yeah, that's a thinking man's game.
or Crusader Kings 2, or Hearts of Iron 4, or let's see.
Well, not many on Hearts of Iron. I'll tell you that much because I don't have the DLC.
Oh,
If anyone wants to give me the DLC,
Hey,
knock yourself out.
How many classes do you have to 70 on Final Fantasy 14?
Like 10.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I got my white mage. I'm officially a good heel slut.
You get.
No. But what I was saying about Harley Quinn and Joker, why Joker's infinitely superior character, is because Joker, he's a product of society. we live in. He literally is. The reason he's a Joker is because he was treated like shit by literally everyone.
Mm-hmm.
No one ever sat down and said the Joker was like, "Hey, what's wrong, man?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ones who
Harley Quinn-
the ones who pretended to were just trying to use him to get what they wanted.
They were trying to get him, but everyone was trying to run game on him.
Yeah.
And then Harley Quinn, the reason she's a psycho is because she was a horny bitch.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
That's literally the only reason. So Joker is way more empathetic character. You can relate to him way more than fucking Harley Quinn, who's I'm edgy girl now. It's like a fuck off.
She was relatable when they were
1
really.
minute until he says it.
Oh shit! I almost lost track of time.
She could be relatable to chicks that know how hard it is to get out of abusive relationships.
But she did kind of put
When the-
herself into the relationship.
She put
so-
herself into it. That's the
Well,
thing.
plenty of chicks put themselves into it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
but-
they're
well-
the ones that start dating the dude.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, Piper. But you got to admit, this is even going by the Mad Love, origin, right? It was less of like, she kind of got like put into. He was a nice guy. No, she knew who the fuck he was from the start.
Yeah, she walked into. Oh, this is a psychopath. It's like some. I love fucking.
By the way, it's
What's the dude? Charles Manson.
10
Yeah, I was
seconds
about to
until he
say.
says it.
I'm gonna say it, guys. 1. I got to count down. Hold on. Let me take my sippy.
5, 4, 3,
All right.
2, 1.
Nice. I said it.
He said it.
I can't believe I did it. Holy shit. I spilled my sippy all over my shirt. That was. Whew. All right, I feel better.
You got it off your chest. You're feeling like the.
Yeah, it's like post nut clarity. I feel better.
You saying you did the big coom?
Yeah. I became the Coomer, and now I'm gonna dress up in a wife beater and have a weird face.
Meaning
I need to shave my head. Do I
Yeah.
now?
You don't already?
No, I don't wear wife beater because I'm not I'm Florida man, like lower class white trash, but I'm not. No.
He's
guess
not
I am
living.
white trash.
He's not living in a trailer, Mike. Come on.
Yeah, but I'm not like white trash like you see in TV that like got their shit knocked over by a tornado.
Yeah.
I'm just normal white trash that minds my own business and I don't bother anyone.
Yeah, but here's a
Okay.
failure by winning says in the chat. A quote? Can somebody shoot up this movie showing so we can get some clicks, please? Give us some clicks, please, please.
Oh yeah, dude, I would have bet money like some fucking Vox guy would have like paid someone to go into there with like a fucking airsoft just
Well-
so they have something to write about. 'Cause
Okay, so
they
speaking
wanted
of speaking of something right, since it was wholly uneventful, this premiere, right? So we went through the entire weekend. So there was, but I want to say, see, Cab, there was a situation that happened. It was very dire, a
shit.
very dire situation.
Did,
Total
brutal.
Did they
Total-
call in the FBI HRT SWAT team?
I think they did. Because let me tell you what they did. So here we go. 2 men arrested at Joker movie for smoking.
Oh, what, were they smoking the marijuana?
I don't know. It just says for smoking and causing disturbance.
Oh, shit.
There was one story I saw this weekend about a guy, or no, 2 stories. One where everybody ran out of the theater because a guy with a backpack walked in and was looking at the crowd, and everybody thought he's surveying us to find out which one of us he's gonna shoot. Not he's looking for a seat.
Yeah, like when you walk into the theater, you're looking at the crowd because you're judging where you want to sit in the fucking theater.
Yeah.
You're not eyeing the crowd because I'm going to toss a hand grenade over there and get 3 people.
And in the backpack, I can probably tell you he's got like Arizona tea, Coca-Cola, and fucking raisin.
And and homemade peanut brittle that he brought.
Yeah.
in. That's what I used to do. Like I used to when I was still Chad. I used to play on the basketball team and the baseball team. And I had the same coach for both of those for a while. But he would also take us out to like we do cool shit, like fuck around, in parks and stuff. But he'd also take us to movies, and he would bring in his own shit. We'd sneak in all kinds of Skittles, and he'd bring beer.
Dude,
The thing is that he was actually like a lawyer. He was like fucking rich, but he still did this shit, and it was funny to me for some
fuck the
reason.
movie theater. Dude, I always like whenever my friends and I go see a movie, like as a group thing, we'll always have like one person. We'll buy them a ticket and everything, and just say like, "Oh, they're coming in later," in case the usher shows up and like asks everybody for tickets. We'll have somebody sitting outside the fire escape door with a cooler, and just and we'll bring it in.
Here's what I wanted to do. Like if I had a perfect world situation for the Joker, like I didn't go see it yet because I'm not a theater guy. I'll probably watch it on TV or something.
Yeah.
Like they're on demand or something. But this is my perfect. I had outlined it about a month ago on September 7th. I wrote it down too. I said, "Gonna go watch the Joker movie dressed as defense from falling down just to scare the maximum amount of white women possible." Here we go. Halfway through the movie, I'm going to calmly stand up and say, "Excuse me, everyone. Can I have your attention?" To point to a random person in the audience. This nigga eating beef.
Wait a minute. Are you going to a theater? What in North Dakota? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, their favorite candy is fucking beans.
I'll bring that up later. I'll pull that map up. But go ahead.
The other story was I want to say it was in New York, and one guy in one showing was spitting, and he kept laughing when the Joker murdered people.
Yeah.
And yelling and doing shit like that. And as soon as security pulled him out of the theater, he pissed himself.
Well, here we go. All right,
wow.
I have someone I know.
So it's what you're saying is they found Cecil in New York.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He was just drunk. That's all.
Yeah, that's all it was. He was just drunk, and probably Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers like, "Oh God, here we go. Damn it, got to get him bailed
All
out."
right, here we go.
Fucking Jeremy shit.
I have a friend that saw the movie, and let me pull up the DMs what they said.
This was after y'all showed each other dick pics, right?
Well, not wrong.
Yeah.
That's just
But,
playing volley.
No, she said that. Hold on. Yeah, she said it was a good movie, and that she did laugh at the some of the dying part. But the thing was, the reason she did is because it was like super uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of the movie kind of did that. To people.
So half the reason I laugh, half of my laugh.
Yeah, it's more like the nervous oh shit kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not this is funny because I'm a sociopath sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More like, ha ha. I don't know what else to say here. Ha, ha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because from what I understand, the movie, like the whole thing is like it's telling you how Joker became it, and he just absolutely got shit on by everyone, even like his mother and everything.
Yeah. Like nobody gave a shit about him, not even his girlfriend. You know. It was...
No one gave a shit about him, and then finally he just snapped, and then that's when people started dying.
It's even, from what I understand, from some I read, like I said, I'm not trying to, I don't want to do spoilers or anything, but I read something like it's implied that he is not even, quote, the Joker.
Like he's just sort of the prototype, like the real Joker kind of like emulated him later on.
Yeah. He's not
like one of the guys in the, like one of those fucking guys dressed up as a clown, like, with the protesting and shit like they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
One of them became Joker eventually.
Yeah. So
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that'd be kind of like it's something like that. What we call the one we know as the Joker, like Saul, like when he was younger or something like that, having a similar experience, and then of course he had to deal with
that.
He has to deal with Batman and shit. So it's like
Batman. Yeah, Batman's he's 50 years old at that point, and he's gonna wreck your shit. That makes sense. Like that would be like an interesting. If they wanted to do a sequel to that, they would place it like 20 years in the future, or not future, but 20 years
later.
After that,
20 years later.
Yeah, and have
it is a period piece. It takes place in the 80s, so
I think it's just like 1976 or something like that.
I heard 80s, but you might be right.
The 80s.
Yeah, I heard. That's what I heard. I'm not. I haven't.
Yeah, no, I mean it's definitely like 30 something years old, but
yeah, you could tell it's later on. Further back than recent.
Yeah, because back then you could run around in New York and yell the N-word and no one would do anything. That was real freedom.
Yeah.
Nowadays you can't do that. You get arrested.
Yeah, so let's read this little thing here. Record opening box office gross. By the way, now it's like trending. It will probably make more money than Justice League did.
Joker takes place during the 1980s, and The Batman is reportedly set in the 1990s, which would line the two films up perfectly, making Bruce Wayne the right age to face off against the Joker.
I fucking hope not.
Which Batman?
Oh, it's going to be Robert Pattinson's Batman. Fuck.
So it hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
No.
Who's in this Batman now?
Robert Pattinson. Fucking
Oh,
Spark-
Glowy
Twilight
Vampire
Vampire.
Man. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Glowy
gonna
Vampire
be
Man.
terrible.
yeah, it's gonna be
Did,
gay.
did they,
Yeah.
did they go with him?
Yeah, they went with
Yes.
him. It's official. Yeah.
Okay.
The only way I see this working is if they go all in on like redoing everything as like this kind of Christopher Nolan-esque shit, where
Mhm.
it's like it is serious but silly.
Yeah.
It is not Justice League where it is too far on one side of the meter, and it's not
There-
like
There are
You talk-
serious talks that this could be the soft. They might use this as a soft reboot for the DC universe movies.
Another.
To be fair,
reboot.
they kind of need it, considering how badly they've botched this.
Yeah,
this,
I mean, there's
run
still
of
some
movies.
characters you could probably still use, like Wonder Woman and stuff like that, because she can fit in any period because she's basically immortal.
oh yeah, we still have that Wonder Woman 1980s movie coming out, don't
Yeah,
uh,
so they could tie her to tie that in somehow, like just even a passing mention of some crazy man in wherever.
Yeah, like, oh man, I was in or I guess Gotham in the '80s, and this weird dude with the green hair started wilding out,
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden there's Joker, doing his Joker thing. Who's gonna be the bad guy in the Batman? Do they know?
nah, they haven't really gone. I mean, it's just like they're just doing casting right now, not really too much of a.
Oh, they haven't
probably
really-
Ra's al Ghul again.
Oh, probably, yeah. Because remember, see, the Batman originally was going to be Affleck, right?
Mhm.
And then when Affleck, when they basically told him, "Fuck off, Grandpa," then they went with Robert Pattinson. So
Yeah, I actually caught part of the one where it was Batman versus Superman, I think, right?
yeah,
And like none of that movie made any fucking sense because it's like half it was flashbacks or
Mhm.
forward back. I don't know what you want to call them.
yeah. Oh yeah, they were time skipping all.
It was
over
like the
yeah.
this is the future that could happen, and
Mhm.
it's like this is stupid.
Oh, the fucking Vision shit.
Yeah, where he's like in the desert shooting dudes in a car with an AK and doing all that. The fight scenes are dope as hell because they look like the fucking video game.
Yeah.
They're already talking about. I just saw on Bounding into Comics a little while ago. They're talking about since Joker has done so well that they're actually thinking about doing a Lex Luthor style origin.
As long as they don't get that autist that they got last time. To
Oh
play
yeah,
Lex
dude.
Luthor.
You're gonna have to pick a Luthor who's actually like
You need
not
to pick
old
a
man, but
bald-
like a bald, but like maybe in late 20s, early 30s businessman.
But
Yeah.
here, how
Yeah.
if they're gonna try to go like Joker route with that, how would they do it? Because Lex Luthor was like super Chad his entire life. He's
Well,
rich
no,
as
you can
hell.
still
He was
do
like-
it, but the thing is, like, you can't like.
Oh, it'd make him turn on why he decided to go because the thing, him and Batman are sort of the same
Mhm.
in that they want the same thing. It's just they take different routes to do it. One goes through the law like Batman,
Yeah,
and then Lex Luthor goes outside the system or uses the system.
yeah, he used the system and he's got money, so hey, he can just.
Because
about
this
get away
whole
with
thing is
anything.
because Lex Luthor's deal is what he's just trying to protect Earth from all the fucking weirdos in it and outside in space.
And that's why he doesn't like Superman because it's a
Because he's a fucking weirdo. Yeah, from outer space.
Yeah, he's like it's a unknown quantity that he can't control.
Yeah, because Superman could wild out at any moment, and then everyone would be fucked.
I mean, I always liked the take they did of Lex and All Star Superman. Like Clark Kent, goes to interview Lex. He's in prison, asking him all these questions and shit. Like, why do you do what you do? And he just basically said, how did he put it? He basically said, "You realize that like I could cure cancer." And he said, "I'm not joking. I mean, I figured it out. It would be easy to implement." He says, it's not that hard." And all that stuff. He said, but the problem is I can't do it while he's there. Talking about Superman.
Why can't you do what Superman's around?
Because because he's an alien and that doesn't work for him. He's like, no, I can't do it. As long as Superman's around and alive, how can he's basically, how can humanity progress when there's somebody like Superman around?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, I get it. Because then they always rely on Superman instead of saying,
Yeah.
just do it yourself. Figure it out.
Right. Oh, Superman will save us. It's fine.
So basically, Lex
That-
Luthor is the prequel to the fucking Cerberus from Mass Effect. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was like a human nationalist.
Pretty much.
Sort of, yeah.
I get it.
The one thing, if they're gonna do a reboot of this,
Mhm.
yeah, and you're gonna go like this is kind of fucking dumb. Just fucking cryogenically freeze the Joker and skip to Batman Beyond.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, man, why not?
We've seen Batman enough. Just
Yeah,
do the interesting
let's do
shit.
Terry McGinnis at this point. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's have Batwoman who looks like a 40-year-old lesbian.
Oh, don't get me.
Oh, let's talk about Batwoman.
How do they turn that girl like that girl is actually attractive when she has like longer hair and better makeup? And then I don't know what they did with this, but it's
I heard something like they tried to squeeze. They basically in one episode they squeezed in like 4 of her best story arcs.
Yeah,
like
they
Batwoman's.
Oh my god.
They took Batwoman's 4 actually good story arcs and squeezed them into one episode.
Yes.
Somehow.
So they basically took like every piece of notable Batwoman, like the one with the gang of or religion of something.
Court of Owls?
Basically, no, it's
Oh.
not the Court of Owls, but they are kind of like leaning on to that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that's not a Batwoman story. Fuck you.
Yeah.
They're doing it's the one where Alice, who previously being tormented by the Mad Hatter, is now turned into a villain. She is leading her own Wonderland type gang. It's not called the fucking Wonderland Gang, but the TV show doesn't give a shit, and they're like, it's the Wonderland Gang. They're all dressed up like rabbits. They did the one where her dad gets kidnapped and she becomes Batwoman. It's just like every notable story that Batwoman has been a part of,
Mm-hmm.
they rushed through in a single episode, all while like it previously, like previous decades had the gay panic joke moments, right? Where it's like you would have like a little joke moment that would like, oh, one character thinks these two are gay or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Batwoman has a
Gay.
complete inverse where it's like, look at how much of a raging homo I am. Where Batwoman just kisses women, just basically for no reason. She hits on like a chick you find out is married. It is really, really awkward, and they are really pushing the narrative.
Wow.
Did I want to know did her and Maddow like French kiss? Because
No, Madow's not even in the show yet.
That
Oh,
wouldn't
huh.
even be like that wouldn't even be remotely hot. Like
I don't know why.
Usually, like,
I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why. Batwoman will be kissing a 10-year-old boy, but
Yeah.
whatever.
like
Uh.
yeah, that's like borderline pedophilia. Batman looks like a 13-year-old.
One of the biggest gripes I have with the show, they don't use the Batwoman suit immediately because they have to do the entire, oh, it will be perfect when it fits a woman bullshit.
Yeah,
That's in the pilot.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they go directly into her using a bat suit. Except it is the ugliest fucking thing. It
I've
looks
seen
like
pictures.
transgender Nolan Batman.
Yeah, it looks really crap. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
hanging off of her, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
that may
that's
have
the
been
thing about all
intentional.
these. That's the thing about all these Netflix things and streaming. It's like they're. I don't know what they're doing with their budgets, but they certainly aren't putting them in fucking costumes.
Yeah, no.
How is Daredevil still like the fucking best TV representation costume? Because that shit, like the Daredevil costume for the Netflix series, fucking knocked it out of the park for me.
Yeah.
I'm still remembering those Watchmen costumes. It's like, dude. Like, I get the idea they're supposed to be like homegrown superheroes.
Yeah.
They're not really super. They're just dorks in costumes. But you can still make it look better. Like they did it in the fucking the movie perfectly. Especially when it was like the section that was like in the 50s.
Yeah.
It's like they still, it's like, they did it. And then later on when the guy, because the super dude, the fucking nerd came with all their suits, and then
I
can't
like
remember his name. That owl.
anybody love how like Cab explains things. He's like super dude, the nerd with the
You know what I'm talking about? The nerd who gets laid and everything. You know,
Night
the
Owl.
fat guy.
Night Owl.
Night Owl. That's right. I knew it was Alice.
Like
Speaking of the fucking Watchmen series, there's one thing I don't understand.
Mhm.
So the cops have to hide their identities, right?
right,
Why the fuck are they making their own masks?
right. It's a good point.
You are in an organization where you are given authority and power to do things, and you are supplied equipment to execute that job. But you fucking, oh yeah, go make your mask. Yeah, let me just put some pantyhose over my face and take a yellow fucking highlighter to put it around. No. Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Maybe they just wanted pantyhose, dude.
Are we sure? We sure this is like a requirement, or is it just like a bunch of fetishists on the fucking force?
I don't.
I mean,
it's probably gonna end up fetishes because it's a fucking HBO series.
yeah,
And you're like, oh no,
very good
this
point.
commissioner butt fucked the sergeant. Like, who fucking cares?
Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that happened.
I don't know.
I mean, if it
I'm
happens
gonna-
on
I'm gonna
live
just-
TV,
I'm gonna
you're
dispute
facing-
that.
You don't think there's nothing wrong with the police captain and sergeant like just doing it right there in front of you, cab? Is that what you're saying?
This ain't The Wire, bro.
I mean,
Where McNulty was banging that like average looking chick with the red hair. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah. I mean, I get you. I'm just saying.
The lawyer, DA, whatever she was. I don't remember her name. I only saw the first season of The Wire.
But no, excuse me. But I don't think. I mean, honestly, CW needs to get out of like superheroes now because they've done them to death.
Yeah, and it's like
The
each
CW
one
just
is
needs to
worse
fucking
than the
stop.
one before. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like their budget just completely gets smaller and smaller every time.
Well,
yeah.
it does because it's like almost a pooled budget, and the CW expects bigger and bigger results. So they're like, okay, we have one writing team for all of these shows.
Yeah, aren't they
And-
trying to pull like some CW cinematic universe horse shit with all these?
Well, they've been trying that.
And no one
And-
buys it.
Well, here's the thing with TV shows: ratings go down every season.
Yeah.
So you're gonna force me to watch fucking 5 series to get an entire like. This is part of the reason I don't fucking buy that many comics.
Yeah, I was about to
I'm
say,
not-
the same reason comic books eat shit, because you have to buy 10 different series just to get the fucking arc of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you just
You're
wait around
sucking
till the
dick.
damn trade paperback comes out and buy it for $10, $15.
Exactly.
Oh, but you're not helping the artist as much as you should. Fuck you. I'll buy how I want it.
Yeah.
Well, do like what that Sean Gordon Murphy guy. Just put it all. He does his own fucking writing and drawing and puts it all in one thing, like the Batman
Yeah.
White Knight and what's the new one he's doing? Something.
Hold on, wait a second. Are you telling me? Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Hold on. You're telling
I'm
me.
made a revelation.
You're telling me that putting out a book at a certain price point where you get a more complete story is a better model than doing individual floppies 12 months out.
Who
of the
would have thought that like the Watchmen trade paperback continually is like the number one seller because it's all one contained story, and you don't have to buy 50 fucking other supplemental things to get the entire thing. You
Yeah.
just-
And you don't have to
one
worry
shot.
about the shit being fucking canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's done, so it's already like you got a
Yeah.
beginning, a middle, and an end, and then maybe a cliffhanger for a sequel version, like they did with the
Yeah.
White. I think that's how they did with the White. Thing is, I bought the White Knight like over a year ago, not even almost a year. I still haven't read that fucking thing because I've been just haven't gotten to it. I don't know why.
It's like it's like tonight I was watching Ethan a little bit before we got on, and he was talking about what he has planned for the next Cyberfrog campaign, and I was like, "You bastard! I'm going to buy that too." Unfortunately, see, of course you can get what's going to be called Wreck Planet. You can get that by itself, right? But he's also going to have a trade paperback that's going to include Blood Honey, Wreck Planet, and the 2 Ash Cans. It's going to have the Heather Swain
Right.
story and the Salamandroid story all in one book. I'm like, you ass. That's a great idea, but you ass.
Speaking of ass, while we're doing this, I'm actually trying to draw an ass.
Oh,
I didn't know.
Just 2 lines or three lines put together.
yeah.
Well, I'm trying to make like a thick as hell lower half, if that makes sense.
Nice.
I want
Big booty.
Well, it's a front piece, but I want the thighs
Uh-huh.
and the butt sticking out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all know what I'm saying?
You want that? You want that? Mai Shiranui booty poked out.
I want something that Matanui, if he looked at it, he'd be like, I can't. I'm sorry for liking it. I can't.
Don't talk about our fans.
I'm
like
just
that. What's
fucking
wrong
with
you?
him. You're fine. I'm just messing with you. Don't worry about it, man.
Oh fuck! I forgot
Mm-hmm.
because I was looking at the chat. Yeah, no. In Batwoman, Bruce Wayne's just gone. He's missing. They also are doing both Rebirth and the original Batwoman origin. So Batwoman is Bruce Wayne's cousin, but also, she is. I'm gonna fucking spoil it because it's shit.
Yeah.
She's sisters with Alice,
Huh.
who they just killed.
Awesome.
So the one good villain they've introduced.
Right off the bat.
Yeah.
So just
Fuck
like what they do in the fucking movies. Let's kill our villain because
Yeah.
who's going to need that ever again, right?
Yeah, the movies do well. TV show do well too.
Yeah.
I wonder. I think I was on Twitter fucking around and I saw like you know who Razor Fist is, right?
Yeah.
You know, metalhead.
Yeah.
The
conservative.
Marvel guy.
No, Razor Fist. His
He's
channel's
like a
called
metalhead conservative edgelord kind of dude.
his
Yeah, the
channel's called the
Shang-Chi
Rageaholic on
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah.
He does like a lot of these monologues and rages and stuff. But the thing is,
Yeah, and he has giant razor blades in hand.
Of course.
Sure, why not? You know what I mean?
now he wears black gloves and aviators. That's like it's really fucking stupid, but it's funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, he was talking about movies and like movies always had like a ever since like they started in the 20s when they started getting popular, they always had like a theme people were going with for like, and it always lasted about 10 years, like westerns, then sci-fi movies, and then you had it was all those ones in like the 90s, like all the disaster movies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then right now we're sort of like the middle 2000s to like 2015 is sort of just comic book shit, cape shit.
Yeah.
That's eventually going to end. It has to. You
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
People aren't
Holy
going to.
shit.
People don't want to watch the fifth fucking version of Spider-Man's origin.
Yeah.
That
It's like
this guy
really?
is actually he looks like more of a dork than the fucking 80s version of the Marvel character.
Oh
Like,
no!
I'm
No,
comparing fucking images.
no! Yeah. That's the thing. It's sort of like tongue in cheek the shit he does, but
No,
Yeah.
he's talking about the
He's
actual
a dork.
character of
No,
That is
I'm
called
talking
Razor
Oh,
like, the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guy in the fucking black singlet and thigh-high boots with razor blade hands is fucking more menacing than a fucking skinny meth head in a leather jacket.
Oh, I don't think he's on meth. Come on, that's going a bit too
I'm
far.
sorry.
Razor Fist. I
Recovering.
don't know. He's on his Latino wife's ass.
Yeah.
You seen that shit?
Yeah, she's got a pretty hot. He's got a pretty
He's
hot.
got a pretty hot. He's got a pretty hot girlfriend.
Yeah, that's like-
I was like, how do you do that?
Yeah, how did this this spindly looking, long haired, goofy looking motherfucker get this?
metalhead '80s dork get this hot chick with a thick ass? I was like, damn,
I mean, fucking good on him if it works for him, but
I need some thick ass. Come on,
Yeah, you heard him, Mike.
I can't.
Mike, give me some thick ass. Piper, you can do it too. Everyone, thick ass.
Yeah. What?
I'm tired of Batman movies.
I want some thick ass.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired of Batman movies too. In all honesty, and I love Batman.
Yeah.
I got no
Yeah.
no problem
Yeah,
with
I
Batman.
Batman
really
is one
love
of the-
Batman, but I am burnt out on them redoing him too.
Yeah, like here's the thing. Like all these, they keep people know the fucking origin of these characters more than the damn Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like
Right?
I was watching.
It's sort of that. It's sort of like the Robin Hood thing. People just know Robin Hood, even if they've never seen the movie or read the. You
Yeah,
know,
they know
story or
Rob
anything.
from the Rich
They
gave to
just
the
know
poor.
Robin Hood.
They get it. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I want to see. Like I watched the animated Dark Knight Returns, like a week ago. That was so good because you didn't have to go through his origin, right? You just got old man Batman beating the shit out of people, right? And that was great. That's all I needed.
Yeah, if you did like a series of Batman where he's like 55 years old and it's like the year 2025 or something like that,
Yeah.
and Gotham's still fucked up and Joker's run around Asylum or Arkham Asylum is got all the people and it's just him kicking people's asses. Like you don't have to explain anything.
Yeah.
It's
You're
Batman.
Yeah, you already know it's Batman.
yeah,
you know,
that's
He's
why I
Batman,
was
the
like,
Joker,
just-
the Penguin, Poison Ivy. Fucking, you can throw Harlequin in everyone. I don't give a shit, but everyone knows it.
I mean, you can do villain intros.
yeah.
Some fucking reason.
Yeah,
but
if you
that's
had
why
like
I was just
some new Jack villain that's come along in the last like 15 years, of course you kind of have to explain who the hell they are.
I mean, one of the coolest aspects of it's right near the beginning of Dark Knight Returns in the movie. Oh, it's in the book too, but the movie was like I thought they did really well. It's like the cops are chasing this these guys who just robbed a bank, and that, if the younger, the rookie cop, he's like, "What the hell was that?" And the older cop, who's driving, he's like, he just slows down. He's like, "Sarge, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, you're going to want to watch this."
Yeah, just watch Batman whooping ass.
Yeah, well,
then
Batman just went and whooped ass. It was great.
Yeah, and then they just come along and arrest the guy. And it's like, yeah, thanks, Batman. I'm done. That's all. Yeah. Like they know Batman too. Like the fucking cops. It's like, who's this mysterious man in a fucking bat costume? It's Batman. Dude.
Like one of the cooler things was like after he beat the shit out of this one guy, and like the rookie cop told Batman to freeze, and of course Batman's not paying him any mind. And he goes like, "You just crippled that man," and he went, "He'll live."
Yeah.
and you'll appreciate this. Guess who voiced him, Cab? In that movie,
Who?
Peter Weller.
Nice.
So fucking RoboCop was voicing Batman.
Peter Weller should be Batman. You do a TV series of like Batman when he's old and make it Peter Weller.
Yeah,
that would work. Peter Weller is a fucking treasure.
Oh, I know who you could cast as Clayface.
Who dat?
Tim Curry.
That would work, honestly.
Didn't he legit have a stroke? Is that?
Yeah.
Yes, he did, but he's doing voice work.
That's what I'm saying. He can still do voice, but his face looks like he actually is Clayface.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Wow.
Making fun of disabled people. That's pretty
Oh,
low.
absolutely. It's fucking
But also funny to tell. So.
Speaking of making fun of disabled people, let's talk about something else. Bring up another subject.
I thought you were gonna throw shade at me again or something.
Well, we've already seen your tests.
I'm not, dude. I'm like on the low end of that shit.
And I'm lower than you, so fuck off.
Yeah, because I know shit. You don't. I have slight autistic special powers.
What?
Unlike the rest of the people, I can turn it on and off.
Oh, okay.
Like Piper has no off switch. She's just full blown autistic.
That also means
Switch man.
I am the most powerful.
Yeah, you're the most. Yeah, but the thing is, it's uncontrolled, so it just fucking goes everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like
Wait,
Cyclops.
no, Piper. You can't have power. You're a woman. You need to be oppressed constantly.
All right. Got to
Oh,
go over some things.
Gonna oppress that ass.
Some things that happened on Friday that led into Saturday, which led into Sunday, which was more hilarity. So
Oh shit.
on Friday, just give y'all an update on the Vic Mignogna case.
Oh god.
The judge dismissed all charges, or all cases against the defendants, which it seemed that everybody kind of figured that was going to happen after he botched everything else up.
Yeah.
And I don't have the filing in front of me. I guess I could pull it up, but it was such a clusterfuck of a ruling that there's no way it won't be appealed.
Yeah.
Like it was.
So it's funny because he almost flat out admitted, I just don't feel like doing this.
That's yeah.
He pretty much flat out said, I don't feel like doing this case. It's dismissed.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Let's see if I can. Give me a minute. I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah, here it is. Like I said, we could just go over the highlights of it. Because it's gonna, like I said, it's going to lead into some other things, which is fucking. God, I can't believe this happened. See how's that look on screen? Oh yeah, you can still see it. Okay. So Vic Mignogna order granting defendants Funimation Productions LLC motion to dismiss under the TCPA Montreal, Rontoye, Jamie Markey, blah blah blah. On December 6, 2019, this court considered defendant Funimation LLC the motion dismissed. Blah blah blah. The court finds that the three motions are to be granted in full. Plaintiff filed an original petition on April 18th, 2019. Defendant was answered. Doesn't matter. None of it matters. I don't care. On September 3rd, plaintiff withdrew the... Oh, it is talking about the affidavit. Now, this is where nothing made sense, right? Rule 11. Where's it at? Okay. The parties agreed that Rule 11 agreement with the court on August 6, 2019. The plaintiff's response to the TCPA motion will be filed on or before August 30th, 2019. It appears from arguments of counsel and documents on file that plaintiff made a good faith attempt to file responses according to the terms of the Rule 11 agreement, but due to technical errors was unable to meet the deadline. Therefore, the court finds the plaintiff's response to the defendant's TCPA motion to dismiss is deemed timely filed. On September 3rd, 2019, plaintiff withdrew the affidavits of Victor Mignogna, Chuck Huber, and Christopher Slatosh that was attached to the plaintiff's response to defendant's TCPA motions to dismiss. Therefore, the court did not consider the withdrawn affidavits. Plaintiff additionally filed plaintiff's second amended petition on September 3rd, 2019, which added additional evidence that was not included in plaintiff's response to defendant's TCPA motion to dismiss. Quote, and this is where he screws up. There's another thing he screwed up. Nothing in the TCPA statute prohibits claimants from amending their pleadings. However, amendment after a TCPA motion is filed would be contrary to the purpose of the statute and possibly a violation of the Texas Rules of Civil Procedure. Accordingly, the court did not consider evidence submitted after the agreed-upon deadline in the Rule 11 agreement, with the exception of the plaintiff's response to defendant's TCPA motion to dismiss, without the withdrawn affidavits, which was deemed timely filed by this order. The purpose of the TCPA is to encourage and safeguard constitutional rights, blah, blah, speaks freely. Basically, it's saying it's a freedom of speech thing. There's one problem here. Up here where he quoted the TCPA, that was not the TCPA he was quoting. It was like the Texas. It was basically in concerning to medical records and medical malpractice. So the judge is an idiot.
Yeah, so basically what it sort of sounds like is that you can get an appeal on this based on the judge being a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
and
also,
also,
this dude fucked up everything.
And also, what he quoted was a law review. It wasn't a case.
So because you can quote cases because it's called case law.
Yeah.
Whenever something happens and it's all of a sudden becomes law.
Well, you could say, like, according to this case where they ruled here, I'm going to find in favor with that ruling in mind, or whatever, you know.
Yeah, you pay attention to precedent.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if we can just quote whatever the fuck we want now, I'm just going to quote, like, fucking Ice Cube and say the N-word live on stream.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
I want to quote, like, Mein Kampf right now, and they can't do anything about it. I'm a
Sure,
absolute
this is an Arby's.
Yeah.
Plaintiff Mignogna has filed causes of action against all defendants, tortious interference, The court finds the defendants have shown by a preponderance of the evidence that all causes of action against all defendants asserted by the plaintiff Mignogna are based on, relate to, or in response to defendants' right to speech, the right to petition, or the right to association under TCPA. Once again, that's not the statute that he was supposed to be following. There is a new version of the TCPA that is available. That went into effect in September, right? There's one problem. It says anything filed on or after this date. The original lawsuit was filed in April. So the judge should have
Gone with the original version.
gone with the original TCPA.
So, theoretically, when they appeal, because I think they've heard that they're going to appeal,
Yeah.
would that fall under the new version?
No.
Of the
No.
No.
It still has to be considered under the original TCPA.
Yeah, it's
So
like
it has to be a completely.
it's like if
new
you say if you committed a murder in like 1975
Mm-hmm.
and you get caught for it now, they have to charge you under the laws of 1975.
Yeah, if you committed manslaughter in 1975, and like today that manslaughter charge would carry 30 years, but back then it carried 5, they'd have to charge you to 5 years.
Yeah, like as long as statute of limitations weren't out or anything like that, they'd have to charge you based on
The law at that
The old-
time. Yeah.
the law at the time. Yeah.
So additionally, court finds the defendants have shown by preponderance of the evidence that the communication related to plaintiff's cause of action, related to the public concern, and the communication involved allegations of conduct by plaintiff that relate to health and safety, environment, economic, and community well-being. How is calling the man a pedophile and all this stuff? How is that? How is accusing him with no proof? How is that fucking relate to health and safety, environment, and economic and community well-being? That's bullshit.
He was hurting the anime community up. You don't understand. He's ripping its apart.
He ate a jelly bean with my name on it.
Yeah.
Damn him and his
He's
Christian.
literally
morals.
Hitler at this point.
Yeah.
Let me make my cartoons about Japanese characters I don't own using special way.
One thing that is good, even if it doesn't like go his way eventually. One thing that's good is that they've kind of fucked up Funimation's like reputation.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're
To the point that I think when contracts start coming up with they're doing with Toei,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're probably gonna either renegotiate them somehow. They're gonna get a lot less money. Or they're gonna go
just
somewhere
say,
else.
you know what, eat shit. We're done with you.
Yeah, we're gonna hit up another studio. Like, I legit think Vic, he should start his own or get together with other people.
He's
and
already
start
talked
their own.
about it, so I
Yeah.
think it's very
'Cause
likely.
there's plenty of voice work to be done that needs to be done. Plus, he's pretty famous in
Mhm.
that field, so he can get stuff.
Dude, I learned something really kind of screwy about Funimation recently. So they don't have the merchandising rights for like Dragon Ball, right? But for some of the newer series that they're doing, in the contractual negotiations, they have like for something like My Hero Academia, they have the merchandising rights in America.
Mhm.
So for all like the figures and T-shirts and everything that's put out about My Hero Academia in the West,
Yeah.
Funimation's that just like I get it, but at the same time, it's not really yours to merchandise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a big question about merchandise. Who owns the merchandising rights to Boku no Pico?
I believe
Pickup.
that's the original.
Original owners.
Yeah.
How much would it cost for me to license it so I draw shirts and make money off of weirdos?
Oh my god.
Probably not very much if you can enter. You might actually be able to enter.
I probably could come up with the money to I'll give you this much to license so I could draw, do pictures of it for body pillows or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, or like we can do like a 75-25 split because I'm doing all the manufacturing and all that, but I am using.
I just put it on
intellectual
Teespring.
property. If you're doing it on Teespring, you can just.
Okay, can we get back to
You can just fucking do it, basically.
Can we not talk about and get back to
My favorite anime. Shut up, dude.
No, we're not going to talk about that ever again. So
We're talking about. Leave me alone.
no.
One thing I wanted to mention because we mentioned previous. Shout out to that one fucking crazy cop lady who busted into another guy's apartment and killed him.
Right.
Only getting 10 fucking years when really you should be serving life, you fucking monster.
If it had been a man,
Wow.
if it had been a man. Now, to say, I believe, isn't that the case where when they were doing the sentencing, when they do, not witness stuff, but victim statements and stuff, like the victims actually said that they forgave her and,
Yeah, but
the
Why
thing is,
would they? That's messed up.
well, they're trying to move on with their life, right?
Yeah.
The brother that did all the hugging and shit is because he's a pastor.
yeah,
Yeah.
they'll do anything.
But the rest of the family too, kind of went along with him after that. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The reason he's doing it is because he's doing the whole turning of the cheek sort of thing.
You know,
He's, like,
forgiveness.
living- He's living according to what he believes in, which I mean, okay, I can't hate him for that.
But
Yeah.
so, like my thoughts on this entire thing are: you are a police officer. You are carrying your firearm. You cannot get into an apartment, so you break in, and someone is in there. The apartment you couldn't get into because your keys didn't work and you had to break in, and you shoot them because you're scared they're going to attack you.
Well, that's just a case of the someone that should not have been a cop to begin with. There's a lot of people like that.
I have the feeling, this is just me thinking, if not for the witness, for the victim statements, and of course, the brother forgiving her and hugging her and, doing all that stuff, she probably would have gotten more time. But as, as Ty Beard points out, especially like with Vic's case, and in that case too, the jury and the judge are still human beings, right? That stuff, while you probably say, can we take the emotions out of it and just do a sentencing? That's not how it works.
Yeah, there's a reason we just don't have like a computer judging.
There are, it's funny you mentioned that. There are
There's
some
a
that
human-
are.
there's-
There are some AIs that are doing like traffic court stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the thing is, you can't really do it because then you take the human element out of it. Because like every situation is different. You can't.
And from what Ty Beer said, the traffic court like AIs, like the magistrate traffic court AIs are actually doing better than the judges.
Probably, I bet you the AIs throw out a lot of them. They're like, get the fuck out of here in 0101, whatever they do.
Yeah.
Binary. Because Because a lot of traffic stops are just bullshit, and
Yeah.
because the cops they have to do their quotas. So
Well, also, on top of
Yeah.
that, like a lot of traffic stops, like you said, their quotas. They'll never tell you their quotas, but they're quotas.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, there.
They'll never.
My dad was a cop, and
Yeah.
there's fucking quotas. All right,
Yeah,
I can
that's
tell
the
you-
main way that's the main like one of the main.
That's how they make money.
income sources.
It's not. Well, it's not
Oh, it's
just
not?
that. It's not just how they make money off of tickets and stuff.
Mhm.
There's an actual reason besides greed, and it makes it so officers actually have to be out there doing things.
Yeah.
You can't just be sleeping in
It's
your
to
fucking
make
car
sure- it's
under
make-
an overpass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make
You have to
sure
be
that
out-
they're working
They're
and not just
working.
waiting for an emergency.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
before
not
every-
just fuck Whitey or something like
Okay,
that.
before everybody is shocked at when he says something out of nowhere. Hello, Xavier. How you doing?
Hey, family.
All right. So, all right, let's get back to this real quick because this is not a long document. So he goes second floor. Here's where he goes. It says, therefore, this is what bugs me. The court finds by a preponderance of the evidence that plaintiff Mignogna is a public figure. Additionally, the court finds that plaintiff has failed to establish by clear and specific evidence a prima facie case for each element of his defamation. That is not a requirement. That clear and specific evidence is not a requirement for the TCPA.
Yeah, and Jesus, this judge is
Under the new TCPA, he would be correct. He is not supposed to be ruling under the new TCPA.
That means if he gets appealed, he has to go under the old.
Right.
Yeah, we just went over that. Old law. If you did something under an old law, you get charged, or you have to go by the old law. You can't nothing.
Prima facie, I think is Latin for on the face, right?
The face of or something.
The face of,
Yeah.
That means like all I got to say is like on its face. Here's what I have as evidence. That doesn't mean you had to be clear and specific. You can't say preponderance of the evidence and say clear and specific. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
You have to have enough to go. You might have something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's all you need is you might have something here. Tortious interference with existing.
Definitely have something.
Tortious interference with existing contracts. The court finds that the plaintiff has failed to establish by clear and specific evidence, once again, not
Wow.
necessary, a prima facie case goes against what that means. Prima facie case for each element of his tortious interference with existing contracts. Cause of now he's saying that he failed to provide clear evidence, even though there are text messages of Ron Toye contacting a con and saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
drop Vic."
Here's all right. Here's what Super Nerdland Josh said. It's based on the first impression. Basically, it means prima facie means you have to. It's like on its face means you have to take it at face value.
Yeah.
You have to give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, if it turns out to be bullshit, then they get in trouble for it.
But as far as at this point in the thing, you get preponderance of the evidence once you get to the actual trial.
yeah, once
Yeah.
you also that there's already fucking text messages. There's preponderance evidence right there of them actually doing it.
Yeah. So that goes beyond what was
That's
required.
that's like prima buscia or whatever the fuck Latin is for ass. I don't remember. I'm not Catholic. I never went to Catholic school, so I never. took
because Catholics always talking about ass and Latin.
Latin. Well, I mean, if I was Catholic and went to school and learn, I would talk about.
I went to
ass
Catholic
and
school and we never talked about like learning Latin. So I mean,
what kind of what?
I went to
You
Catholic
went to
school.
bullshit.
Right. You would think. You would think that that would be important.
Well,
Come on, dude. You're not trad. What the fuck's wrong with you? You can speak Latin, you little bitch.
Man, I'm Catholic and I can't speak Latin.
No Catholic can speak Latin. It's not a big deal.
Liberate tutame ass inferno.
Fundamentum.
Okay. Tortious interference with prospective business relations. Court finds the plaintiff has failed to establish by clear and specific evidence a prima facie case, which once again doesn't.
Judge doesn't seem to know what that means.
No, he doesn't. No, he really doesn't. I have a feeling that Chup wanted it off his docket.
Yeah.
And I think it's like less to do with Vic, and I think it was because of the idiots on the other side. It's like, why are they filing all these fucking motions?
Seriously, it sounds like he's lazy and incompetent and was just like, I don't feel like doing
Yeah.
it.
Now, is this one of those judges that was appointed or elected?
Appointed and then unopposed election. So you could say just yes, appointed.
Okay,
He was appointed by
so-
Rick Perry,
Yeah.
and it's like, and there was a lot of conspiracy, why he got appointed because he wasn't qualified. He was a lawyer, but nobody would ever have considered him for a judge,
Right.
And Rick Perry appointed him because
Sounds
apparently
like
he was like somebody's brother's best friend's cousin, something like that.
Some
Yeah.
nepotism bullshit.
Yeah,
or
a little
whatever.
nepotism going on. Yeah.
Or
And like I said,
cronyism, I don't know.
and in the county he runs in, there's not, he's been unopposed. So, and plus it's like 80-20 Democrat or, Democrat to Republican. So,
Yeah.
and he's a Republican. So unless he gets primary, there's no way he's going to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he made it anywhere as a lawyer.
He's running he's in that T. Greg Doucette mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Well,
a lot of
this-
like lawyers that end up being judges. It's like how the what's that dude on Fox all the time? Fucking Judge
Napolitano.
Like how the fuck did that guy ever be a judge?
Dude, he is so salty. You know why he's salty, right?
Because he did get the Supreme Court he wanted.
He thought like Trump become president. I'm going to get on this fucking Supreme Court. I said no. Trump's going to actually
Yeah.
get somebody who's qualified to be a fucking.
And Trump
Yeah.
said, and he gets super salty. He goes on Shep Smith to bitch about it every day. He's great.
Yeah.
Mr. President,
Like-
I'm Judge Napolitano.
Shut up, Judge, and go dye your hair some more, you fucking weirdo.
Judge Janine has a better chance of being a fucking Supreme Court
Yeah.
judge than fucking.
I'm pretty sure.
He probably went up to Trump and said, "Good to see you again, sir." And Trump looked at him and said, "Do I know you?"
It's pretty much, yeah. Because he was during the election he was sucking his ass, right?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Well, that was a lot because Trump's hired a lot of people from Fox News for his crew and everything.
Yeah.
And Judge thought he was going to be one of them, and turns out no. I don't. He's like, just no. You have a weird hair. Get out of here.
You have weird hair.
Get your caveman fucking hairline and get out of my face.
You're kind of a weirdo. I don't like you, right?
Yeah, you're one of them Italians. I don't
Yeah.
appreciate that.
But he probably
need a
Trump.
black
Trump
lawyer.
also remembered, like I think what the old Homeland Security chief was like. What her last name was Napolitano. He said they might be related. I'm not going to get it.
Yeah, they did. They don't.
Yeah.
You know how them those Dagos are. They all know each other. They all look the same.
Sorry to interrupt this, but apparently it's just been brought to my attention that Fox Entertainment, or the Fox, now a subsidiary of Disney, has launched a new production company,
Uh-huh.
XOF Production. Fucking Hideo Kojima predicted it again.
So are they doing a Metal Gear series? Is what's going on?
I don't know, but they just made a production company called XOF, and they're like the fucking graphic is like the Fox goes away, and then it like comes back as XOF, and it's just the reversed fucking Fox Entertainment logo. But
That's
Yeah, someone played Metal Gear 5 way too much.
oh my god,
We're gonna have to rebuild our private army.
Yeah, now they have a fucking oil rig off the coast of Florida where they all do their production now.
and have their boy child soldiers.
Yeah,
Florida base.
Florida base.
So what's it? Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. I just imagined a Florida man with a
God damn it, Lobo.
All right. Let me get
Florida
to
man fucking Fultoning shit.
let me get to the hilarity that was this weekend about this ruling. Right. Okay. Has anybody here ever heard of a YouTuber named Mad Black Entertainment or Mad Black Atheist? If not, that's understandable because he's literally nobody.
Like the Tyler Perry movies?
No.
Yeah, no, I
that's
have
Diary
not
of a
heard that.
that's Diary of a Mad Black Woman. That's not.
They could be
Manifesto of a
related.
Mad Black Atheist. That's the new Tyler Perry movie.
They could be related.
It could be related. So this is a guy who's like, he's always been like, I don't give a shit about the whole Vic Mignogna stuff, but he's made like 100 videos about how Vic Mignogna is going to lose and he's shit and all this stuff.
Oh no.
And but remember, he doesn't care. He doesn't care, right? Well, everybody thought he got a big god. He was going to interview Ron Toye on Saturday. So he started the stream. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, in that situation, I can't figure out who's more desperate for fame.
Trust me, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. Don't let me go. Okay. So this guy, he's a fucking like black edgelord. Think he gangsta. I went to jail. Found out he went to jail for like petty theft. That's why he went to jail. And they, you know,
He shoplifted some cigarillos from 7-Eleven.
he talking about he's a fucking, you know, a former Crip and all the bullshit, you know. But my man is driving a minivan. He married to a white woman. Yeah, you know.
Wait, was he born a Crip or was he made a Crip later in life?
It doesn't really matter. That's a joke I'll use later on that Medicare used to describe him. But so anyway, he got this big get. You know, he was gonna. And also he like uses his like fans to like flag people's channels that make fun of him.
Okay, so we're gonna
figures.
get flagged eventually.
We might get flagged. It's whatever.
All right, well, they can find me on Twitter, and I'll just call you the N-word.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway,
Nice.
so they went through this whole thing. You know, he had Ron Toye thought I had him booked for the thing and all this stuff. Set up the stream, and here he's just talking shit the whole time. Like this, that, and the other, blah blah blah. People, it's like, where's Ron? Where's Ron? Well, Ron eventually messages him and says, I can't make it. So
To a stream?
yeah, to the stream, he actually like backed out, and so he got cucked by Ron Toye of all people.
Wow.
That's some mega beta shit right there.
Yeah. And then, so people were giving him all kinds of shit, which he deserved, for talking shit and then not delivering,
Right?
Yeah.
Then he started talking shit about Rekieta because Rekieta apparently like read a super chat about him one time that made fun of him. And of course, Rekieta has a thing where he reads all the super chats. Right? He said that's an agreement I made with the chat. If they send me money, I'm going to read their super chat. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Just the way it is. So it wasn't Nick saying it; it was somebody in a super chat that said it. But anyway, so he's used that as the impetus to like hate Nick Rekieta, right? So my man was on stream live saying how he was done with this. He ain't playing around no more. He was gonna call him some of his Crips because he's a former Crip, and he was gonna make them do a walk by on Nick Rekieta's house.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, why
I'm sure all that.
like what kind of Crips you dealing with? They got to walk by. They can't get a hoopty and drive by. I mean,
This is some Jonathan Frakes fact or fiction.
oh, dude, that was funny because that was one of the memes that came up. There was it
Yeah.
said so it said Mad Black said he's gonna do a walk by on Nick Rekieta, and it was it was like it's fiction. Purely made up. It was a story by our writers,
Never happened.
So,
Yeah.
So I think I have a reason why they do a drive-by. Maybe there were no handicap parking spots nearby.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I'm gonna get to that joke in a minute that I was telling you about.
I was about to say because their mom needed the van.
Super Nerdland making fun of me on Twitter.
Good.
How dare they?
Nerd.
How fucking dare they?
Uh-oh.
Anyway,
We just went offline.
we go offline.
Oh, it happened.
No, right here.
We got.
It says stream offline. That's,
Yeah.
I'm showing live, so I don't know.
Let me reload it. See what happens.
Uh-huh.
I think it's trying to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's live now. It's
I
probably just a.
I cannot help anything that YouTube does. Okay, that's on YouTube. That's not on me.
What you say?
I'm not dropping
Let you up
frames. I'm not.
well.
Shut up, Xavier. I'm not.
No, it's good now. It's just I think it's no. Hold on. We'll go to the live thing. There we go. It's live.
Here, let me change screens. Let me put it back on Infamous. Scare everybody in the chat. Anyway, so all this shit happened, and he said all this shit, which are felonies. He's threatening people. Like, he's actually communicating a threat against people.
Yep.
So he afterwards, like, people were like saying, shit, you're gonna get got, man. You're gonna get got. So he took down I'm not just that stream, everything he had, like all of it. He had like 5 YouTube channels. He took them all down, like all the videos, everything. He issued he put one back up and like issued an apology to Nick Rekieta and all this stuff. Well, of course, Nick Rekieta covered it last night, and he had his friend Q and Mr. Medicare on there, right? And of course, they were playing the video where he was talking about he was a former Crip, or he's a Crip and all that stuff. And That's when Medicare made the joke. He says, "I thought he was, he said I thought he was a Crip because he's a gang member, but apparently he's a Crip because he's a Crip because he's fucking retarded."
He's a Crip in the same sense Crip Daddy is a Crip.
Yeah.
I forget his real name. What's that guy's name?
I don't know. I know who you're talking about though. But
Not Ricky Burrick, but the other one.
Oh yeah. That guy. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
The Mexican dude with the funny hair.
Right.
Do you guys remember the episode of South Park where Timmy formed a gang, called themselves the Crips, and then joined the real Crypt?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Ow. Yes.
I bet that's what happened.
I asked if this dude was born a Crip or made a Crip later in life.
Yeah, that was the joke. Yeah, that was what I was trying to get to. Quit jumping on my jokes, man. Even though it was somebody else's joke. Well, fuck you.
You get mad for stealing a joke and someone jumped on you. You get the fuck out of here right now.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Mencia.
Yeah.
Everyone out.
Okay.
No, you can stay.
Oh.
Oh, he's like, damn it.
Oh, Scrump's here. He's
He tried, but I
we
broke
just got we just got 10 points edgier. We're
Yeah.
gonna get suspended.
Yeah, yeah.
Banned yet, motherfucker?
Instant suspension incoming.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So that was one of the funnier moments. Then something else happened. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Micah didn't want to come on and talk about it tonight.
Uh-oh.
Remember how last week we talked about Edwin Boyette and how he was being dummy?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
He did something even dumber. This
Oh,
week.
no.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Oh, yeah. See, Xavier already knows. He's already watched it. He knows what I'm talking about.
Uh-oh.
So last week, Ethan Van Sciver made a video, or it was not a video. It was a live stream where he went over this video that Edwin had made. Basically talking shit about him and Zach and how what they're doing is not sustainable. They're just drama channels and blah blah blah. And of course, Ethan, as his right, commented on it. Right? He played the video and he would pause it and say that's not true. And he goes like that's not blah blah blah. So then Edwin, in his infinite wisdom, pulled a mundane Matt. And issued he actually issued a copyright takedown, not a strike, a takedown.
Well.
Now
of the
wait
video.
a minute. Edwin, no.
Now this tells you. Now here's the best part about it. It tells you how frivolous it was because you know how usually YouTube just says to be on
YouTube doesn't. Yeah, they just nail everything because they're such fucking cucks.
I was
They
going to
actually-
say YouTube usually takes shit down.
They
and
actually sent a
ask
letter and
questions,
said
maybe.
it's fair use. Don't worry about it.
It was so bad that
Oh, hold on a
YouTube
second.
had to it's okay, dude.
YouTube didn't even jump on it. Woo!
Maybe they realize that since Laura's involved, it's not something they want to get involved with.
Now here's the thing with Edwin, because I haven't really caught up on it, but you explained this to me on off hours when we were farming for mana pearls and all that shit and charging our Geo crystals. That Edwin is such a fucking. He's basically a guy that deserves to get bullied at this point because he's such a fucking thin-skinned pussy.
Mhm.
Edwin, if you ever hear this, I will fight you 1v1 and you'll cuck out because you're a bitch right now.
In Minecraft.
No, well, yeah, I'll do it in Minecraft, but then later we'll do it real 1v1.
In SNK.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
No, it's not. I will actually come down to your house with my baseball bat and shake your hand because we can be reasonable gentlemen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to sign my baseball bat.
Yeah, and I wanted you to sign my baseball bat so I can sell it and say, "This cuck sign my baseball bat."
So sorry, I had to take a phone call. So yeah, thoughts on
I just said Edwin Boyle. He's just a guy. That whole group of what Mister of the Rice and fucking boxing. They're
Yeah,
basically perpetuating they're doing the whole Matt Myers thing where they're perpetual spaghetti monstering and just dropping it all out of their pockets. Like they're just up to their fucking knees. In noodles.
Yep.
And they keep and they get baited by such low effort horse shit because you were posting some of the memes in the Discord.
Yeah.
And it was like I couldn't even try to make it that bad. How low effort these are. Like I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So and they're getting baited, like, and they're crying, having a fucking cry, and then they're trying to go against Ethan because Ethan, he's a perpetrator. He runs the war campaign, and so even if he did, you're still getting baited by fucking nerds putting dildos on your face. You so come on,
Yeah.
come the fuck on.
What gets me right? what gets me about all of this, and I'm close to like a third of the age of some of these guys. Like half, third, whatever. But what fucking gets me is how fucking dumb they are.
Yeah.
Like, really, it is impressive amounts of just how do you function as a fucking human being? If you even are one, you're probably a fucking lizard person.
Yeah, I actually mentioned something like that when we were doing our Real Myers Hours things. That it's supposed to be as you get older, you kind of mellow out. Because these guys are probably they got like 5-10 years on me and Optimus.
Yeah.
They're not that much older than us, so we're roughly same age group. But as you get older, usually in your 20s, it's when you get pissed off and you're edgelord and all that shit. But then, usually 30s or so, then you're like, oh, okay, he shot the dildo on my face. What a haha.
So, hey, haha, whatever. Yeah.
I'm gay. Big deal. Oh.
Yeah.
This is like if this is like a midlife crisis thing.
Yeah.
It's the lamest fucking midlife.
Yeah, they didn't buy a
ever.
motorcycle and bang 18-year-old high school chicks or anything. No, they're fucking crying about getting dildos shot in their face. It's like, dude,
let's not forget getting offended for other people. You know.
Yeah.
Like they they talk about this one person. I'm not going to say their name because it's not important. There's like,
my name is not important.
Yeah, pretty much. Going on your what was it, genocidal crusade? Is that what it was?
Yeah, fuck. God, hatred came out too early.
Yeah, it was about 2 years too early. But yeah, they're getting offended for this one chick, and I'm looking. They're saying, oh, but they're so nice. And I'm looking at the their timeline and said, this person's a bitch. I mean,
no, she's nice to look at. She's more than a.
Honestly, she ain't even that nice to look at, to be honest with you.
So you're basically saying they're simping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Man, that's
that is
the
an
worst.
amazing way to put it. These people are fucking simp.
Yep.
That's like, I'll joke around and say, haha, let me see your boobs, baby. But I don't really care. Like, it's not, I'm not going to go white knight some bitch because I want to see her titties down the road. Like, I'll either see them or I won't. I don't give a shit.
One of the arguments was like, can we leave the women out of it? I'm like, if the women are being dumb.
I mean, that's honestly, that's a good thing to go. Just leave the women out because they're just going to cause problems.
What they're saying is don't make fun of the women because the women are.
No, I'm saying just don't include them at all because they're fucking. Like someone, they were talking about that chick that committed crime in space.
Oh God, yeah.
And then
Space
someone
crimes.
pointed out, like someone told me that they committed the first crime on Earth and in space. With the whole eating the apple and then fucking doing their weird shit. It's like women are off the goop. Can't be trusted. So just don't involve them. At all.
Yeah, but still, okay. Besides, don't involve them. It's like, isn't that like the dumbest thing you've ever heard? Like, if somebody,
they're going by the
yeah,
they're going by the we must protect the women's. It's like, well, if your bitch is being stupid, I'm gonna tell her that. Like, I don't care.
Oh no,
I'm not banging her.
She strapped a bunch of fucking stakes to herself and walked out into the fucking Alaska Mulder. Yeah, the wolves got her.
Well, it's like, okay, y'all know, like, one of my favorite like old memes is the whole what you call it, the dancing, the whole Blue Oyster Bar thing from Police Academy, the first one.
Yep.
Where the two guys walk in thinking they're going to a party and turns out it's like a gay bar, and then they start dancing with these butch motorcycle men. It's hilarious. It's funny, right? And so I joked with one of the guys from War Campaign. I said, hey guys, why don't you include this? Of course, they included it, but they didn't include who I thought they fucking made the two dudes getting danced with, like Yellow Flash and Tug, right? And You know what Yellow Flash and Tug's reaction was? That's funny as shit, dude.
See, now that's a normal, well-adjusted person's reaction.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, we're dancing with gay guys. Haha, it's funny. You know?
Yeah, like honestly, yeah, like I don't know. I've been to places where there was like primarily gay people, and I didn't realize it at the time. Like, all right, here's the thing. I went to New York for 2000 New Year's. We were doing, the Times Square thing and all that shit, right?
So when the world ended,
That's
you would
cool.
be,
Yeah, so we
party.
buy, and it gets crushed by like a National Guard tank or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah.
But well, we ended up going to this place. I don't know if it's still there. It was like in Manhattan. It was called Lucky Chang's. It's like a Asian food restaurant kind of bar thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't tell me what it was. Just called Lucky Chang. We're gonna go there. So kind of, I had to get a suit jacket and some nice pants. Look kind of nice to go in there. And when I walk up, we get out of the cab, walk up, and I see on the picture the Lucky Chang's thing, and it's a drag queen.
Uh-oh.
And I'm thinking, this is before everyone was on the internet, Google and everything, so I couldn't Google it beforehand. So I look up, see drag queen, I'm like, what the fuck? Then I go in, and what do I see? It's drag queens dancing tabletop and trannies doing tabletop. And there's a picture of me with one of them. It's like this Asian one in like a silver cat suit.
Guys, is anybody surprised there's a picture of Cab with the tranny?
Yeah. Not remotely surprising. And the thing is that this one actually like was very convincing.
So you went to the birdcage?
Yeah, well, and so we're sitting there just eating our dinner. We, order food stuff, and they're dancing. They do table dances and stuff, and they have like a stage where they'll like bring people up from the audience to do like fucking lap dances on them. They were trying to get me to do it. I was like, no, I'm cool. So one of the people I was with did it, and basically the trainee's titty popped out, and it was fucking wild. And they knocked over someone else's food on the table because they're table dancing on it. and the bitch, they were like these two like hipster, like vaguely brown bitches, like with nose rings and stuff. They're like,
Yeah.
So they weren't enjoying it because they got fucked up. But the point is, I went to a place that was very gay. I got tricked into it, basically.
Yeah.
And it was good food, and they were dancing and titties. It was whatever. It was fine.
Yeah, it's like whatever. You had a good time.
Normal people would be like, it's a trainee in a cat suit.
Yeah.
She's table dancing. That's funny.
They got me. They got me good. Kind of.
Yeah, they played a joke. They played an elaborate like $1,000 joke on me. In New York.
Nice little
Three
ruse you
people.
did on me there, buddy.
Yeah, it was cool. It was fun, and even though I was underage at the time, I still fucking went up to the bar and got drinks. So that's cool.
But yeah, it's just like one of those things. Like, who cares, right? Why do you care what people think about you on the fucking internet?
Yeah,
right. Like,
and this is me as like 17 years old or something.
Yeah.
They go, I was 17, just about to turn 18 or something like that. I didn't get fucking mad, like Edwin, who's like 45 or something.
Yeah.
50, something like that.
Older gentleman that should know better.
Yeah, older dude, you're supposed to be chill. It's like, but gay club, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the whole point is like, Edwin, slow your roll, dude.
Yeah, calm down, man.
Calm the fuck down. Take a Prozac.
I mean, when you get like when you're trying to do a copyright takedown and it's so stupid that even YouTube's like, nah. And it's funny because
now I can be a mundane Edwin.
Yeah, he's mundane boyette. So we got mundane Matt, we got mundane Mad Black Atheist, or mundane
That explains
Black.
those because every time I sleep weird hours, so I'm like I'm about to head to sleep like around 8 o'clock in the morning kind of thing.
And then
that's when
stream
Ethan
pops
like
up.
upload.
Yeah,
that's when Ethan does his videos and shit. And I see because I'll stream some YouTube stuff. I'm trying to go to sleep, and then I'll see his videos, and like the titles make no fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but now this one does the mundane boy.
Yeah, it was mundane boyette.
Yeah.
So I think,
okay.
I think on stream the other night they were trying to call him mundane.
You broke up.
On Reckitt's stream the other night, NBA guy, they were calling him Mundane Black.
Mundane Black, yeah. In fact, people are saying, because you know how there's a recording of Mundane Matt saying that about his wife's girlfriend or his girlfriend's daughter. Not his child, his girlfriend's daughter. So
I'm gonna call him Mundane.
Nice. And now they're saying that maybe Mad Black is Mundane Matt's daughter's father.
I believe it.
And then you got old man Boyette over here like yelling at clouds and getting mad. like, God, get out of here. It was just so stupid. It's like, even in the agreement that you have to basically sign, when you file that thing, it says, under penalty of perjury. And he knew, because, they've talked about it before. You know the definition of fair use by now if you're on YouTube,
Yeah.
So what Ethan was doing was fair use. There's no two ways around it. So the fact that he did that, he could go to jail because that's a DMCA, that's a federal law.
Perjury, that's a big boy crime.
That's a big boy crime.
Yeah, but the thing about perjury, but they're not gonna do it because perjury is sort of you have to
You say that, but there have people who have gone to jail before filing false DMCA. So.
Yeah, but how many for real though?
Nice.
There's been quite a few. So I mean, it's not like this is a new thing because
they need to jail that Honeston or whoever the fuck that guy's name is. They need to jail because didn't he do that?
Who's that?
Yeah.
Every time someone criticizes him, he gets their shit DMCA'd. By
They'll
YouTube.
eventually get him. What they'll do is they'll take his channel down and then ban him from the YouTube.
Well, because no, he's one of YouTube's golden boys for some reason. They don't touch him.
Oh.
Well, if he's abusing, eventually he'll abuse the system too much, and they'll have to get rid of him. But
so this Mad Black Atheist is actually black.
Yes.
He's a.
Yeah, man, he almost said it.
Discord got him.
Furry communist got him. I can't believe this.
Discord got him for thought crime. How dare you?
Can't even say the N-word in peace anymore. What is this country coming to?
Right.
Moving to Canada.
Yeah.
You don't want to move to Canada.
Where I can't say the N-word either without getting Justin Trudeau.
Well, no, Justin Trudeau just send you a picture of himself in blackface. That's
Yeah, he gets an N-word pass because he is.
I remember. I think it was a joke last week. They said there's more pictures of Justin Trudeau in blackface than there are of actual Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, there's basically you point out when he is or isn't in blackface. That's the only two kinds of Justin Trudeaus there are now.
Yeah. So yeah, that was that's pretty much the weekend and all the crazy stuff that went on.
Anything else interesting happen?
Piper bought a car with no tires or something. I don't know.
That sounds like Piper. Actually, you know what?
I got a car with bad tires, not no tire.
No, more sounds like you buying one of those motorized dildos with no actual motor in it.
Doesn't even have an engine under the hood.
Doesn't even have the fucking on button. Yeah.
It's like, it's not even a vibrator; it's just a dildo.
Yeah, at that point, it's just
Yeah,
a
that's
dildo.
just a dildo.
Yeah.
But you paid the vibrator price. Though. You got snookered.
You paid the tax and then didn't get what you paid for.
They did me a bamboozle.
So that was just to recap, just a brief little recap. So the Joker wasn't as bad as people wanted to claim it was.
I still love that the dude smoking. Was
man
referred
smoking
to
in
as
the theater
mayhem.
is enough to cause mayhem. Apparently,
Yeah, it was referred to as mayhem.
What a absolute unadulterated fucking madman that guy was.
Yeah. He's like, guys, I'm going to show these guys what you're going to do. I'm going to smoke in the theater.
This is real Joker incel ideology. I'm smoking in the theater.
Yeah, dude. He said he's going to smoke in the theater. Oh shit. So we got that. So and then you got judges don't know how to judge.
Yeah.
Black men don't know how to act in normal society.
Whoa, that's a big statement there.
Damn.
That's a Chief Justice racist.
Well, it's
Elias,
funny.
you
It's funny.
You
Wait.
literally everything.
It's
We got
funny.
a guy in chat that sub punks. What I miss? Everything, dude.
Yeah, it was almost over.
We're winding down now. You
Yeah.
fucked up.
It's funny you mentioned
Disavow.
because Rekida's friend Q, who's a black guy, he actually said, I'll tell you how to cut down on gun violence. Take all the guns away from black people.
Yo, that's like
Disavow.
what's that guy's name we used to watch? Fucking
Tommy
on
Sotomayor.
Thomas anymore. He's like, just start mowing down the hood. Self-drive. It's like, whoa.
Woo.
I mean, what was that term he used to say? He said, "Don't." He said, "Don't ban firearms. Ban, well, you know."
And nice people.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then you know, and always don't file false DMCA's for fair use things where people talk, make fun of you.
Here's
about you.
basically, here's the thing: if someone makes fun of you, just roll with it. Don't fucking unless they're like outright saying, "Oh, you're also a pedophile," and I have proof. It's like, well, no.
Well,
They're not making fun of you. They're making actual
Yeah, but if they're like, "Aha, here's a Photoshop dildo on your face. You're gay." Okay.
Yeah, if they're just making fun of you, roll with it, and then you took all the power away from them.
Well, Ethan even said because they said like he said straight up, Edwin had to come to him and said, hey, could you take that video down? It's kind of embarrassing, it's kind of blah blah, And Ethan would have said, well, it's already gotten 35,000 views. Sure, why not? He would have probably taken it down. But he said, no, I'm not going to, as I'm never taking it down.
No, keep it as your channel intro at that point.
Yeah, at that point, it's like, this is I would just cut out the whole section where he made fun of Edwin, and that would be the channel intro.
All right, well, Elias, you did miss that. After the show, I'm going to select a few people to send dick pics to.
Yeah. And one of them,
miss that one.
And one of them is you. He's already selected.
You might be, yeah. You could be. You're in the roll. The raffle.
Yeah.
Some of you are gonna have an early Christmas.
Yeah. You up for it, Optimus?
What? No, I don't want it.
All right. Well, what about you, Piper?
She's already seen it.
That's pretty much what my DMs are anyway. So.
My dick pics. How are they getting them?
Everybody's dick pics. I know what each and every.
Right, that's how.
Straight from the fucking 1990s.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah, that actually reminds me. There's something I was disappointed in with the Jeep is that the seat goes forward and back, but I was spoiled by seats that also go up.
Oh wow.
These don't.
You're like, oh well.